What's going on, guys? It's been a little minute since I made one of these videos. And quite a bit has changed, actually, since the last one. And, well, I guess we'll start off by saying that I have moved up a little bit. So I went from playing in the bottom division of a 36 team ASA league to now playing in a U Trip league with, I don't know what level it's classified as, if there even is a classification on it, but it's probably half tournament players. So a significant jump in competition for me, which is great. And so I guess I'll start out by saying, like, again, for those of you who are trying to move up and stuff like that, obviously, again, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that the reason I was able to move up is because I am hitting the ball like a machine. It's just not true. And you'll hear actually a lot of conference guys and a lot of top level guys saying that if you want to move up, one of the best things you can do is be good at fielding a position. And that's always been my bread and butter, right? So I play middle infield, primarily second base. I'm a smaller guy. I don't have a cannon in my arm, at least not anymore. So I primarily live at second, but I've also played some middleman when we go five in the infield, and I played some shortstop as well. So, and I'm a damn good infielder, if I may say so myself. It's very rare that I play on a team or even in a league where I'm not one of the better infielders out there. So that's been really my bread and butter as far as how I've been able to move up. But I also have to hit well enough to keep myself at that level. And this move up was definitely a humbling experience for me. So I went from being a top three hitter in my lineup, batting 1, 2, or 3 every week, to now I'm a bottom three hitter in the lineup. It just is what it is. I'm playing with a lot of tournament guys, a lot of guys that are a lot better than I am, that have been playing the game a lot longer than me. So it's not like a diss on me. It's just I've got a lot of growing to do. And it's honestly a great motivator for me to be out here on a Tuesday night hitting softballs and trying to get better. So what I'm trying to do here tonight is kind of give you guys a little insight, like I always do, from the perspective of a guy who's trying to get better, who's trying to figure it out, and kind of what I'm doing and what I'm working on. So I've talked about this a lot in previous videos, but one thing for me that has changed since probably the last video is where I stand. So again, I come from a baseball background, and one thing that I think basically every baseball player that's trying to make the transition to softball thinks is there a way I can get away with still playing, like trying to hit it like a baseball? Now look, there are guys who are very successful doing that. One of which is a teammate of mine who spent 14 years in the big leagues, and there's nothing you can do to change his swing, and he's still going to hit the ball 500 feet. It's just the way it is. There's guys in the conference, and guys like Tyler Irvine, Misael Tavares, guys like that who've got big baseball backgrounds that are bombers, that these guys can pretty much keep similar swing, maybe change plane a little bit, and have success. Unfortunately for me, that's just not going to work, right? Like, I'm not going to get up there and to be able to hit bombs, and I don't hit the ball hard enough to where I can get up there and swing like a baseball and be able to do what I want with the ball. It's just not, it doesn't work for me. So I've made some adjustments with advice from different people, and again, just working on getting myself to a position where I could be a more successful hitter. Now, just to give you an idea about the level of competition jump, the pitchers are a lot better. The defense is a lot better. My on base percentage probably dropped somewhere between 100 and 150 points. I went from being a pretty consistent round 750 hitter to now with this move up, I'm probably hitting down closer to 6. And again, it's a humbling experience. I used to be able to get away with a lot of things that I can't get away with now. And again, that's not a bad thing. It just makes me want to get all that more better. And that's not really good English, but you understand the point. I need to get better. I need to be a better hitter if I want to have success at this level that I'm on. And I want to continue to grow to higher levels. So here I am on a Tuesday night out of my local field. You can probably hear all this stuff going on. Maybe in the background, I am mic'd up, so maybe that's doing a good enough job of filtering that out. But anyway, a couple of things. So again, number one is where I stand in the box. So I was, for a long time, a stand back in the box guy, a little more of a baseball approach, try to see the ball low. And that worked a little bit for a while. The problem is once you start seeing better pitchers, they can take advantage of that very easily. They'll start landing you short, they'll throw you high, they'll make it very difficult on you to be successful from that kind of a position. So I've taken a spot where again, you kind of see my plate here where I was more back here to now I'm more up at the front of the box. Even though I'm a short guy, up at the front of the box, my back foot is somewhere between, the first corner of the plate and even sometimes maybe even up a little bit further. I've closed off my stance a little bit. That's really just because I'm trying to see the ball a bit deeper, and I feel like I can kind of sit back a little bit better versus if I'm open. One of my big issues is getting early, and that doesn't help that. If anything, it kind of hurts. So I've closed off my stance. I've gotten up in the box. And again, what that allows you to do is it just allows me to, again, one, forces me to have to see it later. And two, it just kind of allows me to attack where I want to attack. Where back here, I can get abused by front pitches and be forced in if I get a strike on me to have to reach. And I don't want to do that. I'd rather be up here, take my chances on the deep strike and, be in a position where I'm in a little better control. Another thing, too, this isn't really much of a change, but I basically committed to an overlap cut swing. I've just accepted the fact that, look, it's going to be hard. It just is what it is. Cole Campbell from Hitting with the Nation says it the best. If you're not ready to go through a little bit of a slump, don't make a change. But I know, again, from guys that have had a lot more success than me, and their advice and how they got better at hitting, that it's just something I need to do. I need to whip a little bit better. I need to be able to utilize spin to my advantage. And this is just the best way to do it. So again, another thing that, like I said, I'm trying to see it a little bit deeper. And again, I'm also working on my biomechanics because again, I'm an older, again, I've gone from, again, a baseball guy who, again, trying to be quick to the ball, and you just don't need that in slow pitch to generate power and speed in slow pitch. I mean, you really gotta, again, a lot like, to me, it makes a lot of sense because it's a lot like hitting a golf ball, where for me, again, you need to have a good load, again, and be able to use the hips and generate speed, and get an extension through the ball. And that's a big thing with softball as well. Again, I'm used to hitting a ball here, whereas softball, I really got to get more extension and get speed and generate that spin. And that's really what I'm working on. So I'll hit a couple. Again, so I have this ball position kind of middle of the plate. Maybe it's a little low for some, but for me it works. Because like I said, I'm trying to see it a little deep. And really all I'm doing is I'm trying to, again, kind of hit, I guess you would say like a 1-4 hole. I'll probably hit some 3-4 as well, but primarily kind of 1-4, not really, not turning them over, just kind of hitting middle and smack it in the face and really just trying to work on my spin. So I'll hit one. That's a really good little cut shot. Got some backspin on that ball, and it's right in the hole that I wanted to go after. And it's dropping. I mean, that's all I'm really after. I hit that hard. I hit it with good spin, and the trajectory was good. A good low line drive that's not going to get me in trouble with outfielders. So, again, trying to see it a little deeper. And again, what I'm kind of thinking, again, is I get this good. Again, I have to pull my hands up a little bit just because I'm kind of small, and if not, I'll be underneath it. So I'm trying to elevate these hands a little bit and really trying to feel, again, a good step without my weight flying forward, a good step. And again, letting the hands follow the back hip, really utilizing my hips to try to generate some speed, and to get some good spin on the softball. Again, another solid line drive in that 1-4 hole. And really, that's just kind of where I'm trying to live right now. And I don't know if I mentioned this, probably not, but I'm also standing a little more off the plate. And that's just, again, trying to just kind of eliminate things, right? Like now I can eliminate basically when I'm up here, so I know what's going to be short, but also I can pretty much eliminate anything inside. Like I've struggled with pulling the ball, and I'll get back to it eventually, but I'm really just trying to lock in right now, get comfortable doing something, that I can sit back, I can smack the ball in the face, see it a little bit lower, and again, do exactly what I just did on those last two. The hands follow the back hip, bang, and just hit a good hard cut line drive. And again, that might go at a second baseman, I don't know, but I'm kind of willing to take my chances on that. Another thing I'm trying to feel, if you're trying to cut the ball more, which is something that I've gotten some help with guys who are former conference players and and stuff like that, really learning how to get better playing. Now, naturally, it's not that hard for me to figure out. Just I just kind of am I just figure it out pretty quickly. But if it is harder for you, one drill that I learned that did kind of help. Now, I don't like to really feel like I'm, chopping. Some people like that, but I tend to get on top of the ball. But again, feeling like one thought that I have in my head that I kind of think about when I come through is try to flick it. Feel like I'm almost flicking it down third, even though I'm staying back and I'm hitting 1-4. So again, I'm trying to get a good snap on it, just like that. And that obviously was pulled a little more in the league. That probably hits net. But again, that's pretty much what I'm trying to do, is get that good hard spin on the softball. And if I want to go, 3-4 hole, I'll just catch it a little bit deeper. The hands follow the back hip. And, okay, that's on the ground, but that should be 3-4 all day. And that's, again, placing the ball is so important. And using backside. Again, I can't tell you how many leagues I play in where I just have the most boring games playing second base because nobody utilizes backside. And a lot, especially in league. Now, tournament might be a little harder, but also in tournament, you got a lot of teams playing 5-man. So utilizing the backside can be huge. There's just a lot more to work with. Okay, that's on the ground. I feel like I caught that. I didn't really get a good snap on it and kind of caught the top of the ball there. So keep working, see what happens. But that's really what I'm working on right now. Gonna get a nice little waggle here. Still got my two. I'm hanging 2 fingers, just trying to get a good snap like that. That was a little higher than I probably wanted. I mean, that's probably a fly out in league. Maybe not if it gets down, but again, I'm really not trying to launch the ball in the air here. I'm just trying to drive some base hits and again, hit the ball hard, get on base. Bang. I mean, and I'm hitting, by the way, I'm hitting ASA balls right now. I'm not hitting U-Trip. So these are just what I use for my practice balls. It's probably a little easier. I have my gamer lab. I was hitting wood a little bit ago, but I switched over now to the composite bat just because, again, I like to have that feel. I don't want to, again, take BP and then go into my league night on Thursday and haven't swung anything but a wood bat and screw up my feel. So again, that's the other thing too. I just thought about this. My feet. I brought my feet a lot closer together. Credit to my buddy Justin Rodriguez for telling me to do that a long time ago. I didn't listen to him because I wanted to have this wider baseball load type thing. But staying a little taller, again, getting this load here, getting a coil, I guess, is really more what it's after. Coil, let the hips go, and bam. I mean, again, those are going to be tough ball, even though they're on the ground. Some of these, they're not going to be easy to field. So we like that. Again, for me, backside is a bread and butter because I kind of get the advantage of getting to see the ball a little lower. If I'm trying to pull, again, that's the other thing too, is I get in trouble pulling, getting way out front. So again, at least from here, I'm kind of looking to stay back. And if it's an inside pitch and I want to turn, I can do that. But for now, really, like the farthest I'm trying to go is what you saw before, where it kind of goes almost right up the middle. Bang. I mean, that's all day. And that's hit. That's a missile. So that's really what I'm working on here is, again, getting a good snap and just going hard, as Tyler Irvine would say, going hard at a hole. And again, I'll go one more here at the 4-3 hole, 3-4 hole. Wait a second, because I got some kids on the field over there. But again, I just back up, I take it a little bit deeper in my stance, let it go a little deeper. And again, I'm pretty far away, so everything I'm kind of working into. But again, close off the stance a little bit. Good coil, hips. Oh, and I hit that one right into the ground. Let me go one more. And they're back on the field. Okay, so I'll do a little practice swing. Yeah, feeling that good cut swing. Move it back in the stance a little bit. Good coil. That's it right there. I mean, again, unless the second baseman's literally standing there, I mean, that's a bullet base hit every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So that's what I'm working on. Hopefully, it'll help me keep moving up the ladder and be playing tournaments soon. So that's a goal. And thank you guys for watching. Support the channel, and I'll make some more vids.